Unit 11 Assessment. Question number 1. The point -2 and 3 lies in the space quadrant. We have fourth quadrant, first, second, third, and fourth. We have here x dash and y dash. The order of the point in the first quadrant here, it will be positive and positive. The sign here positive and positive because x positive and y negative. Y negative down here and x negative and y here negative. Then the first quadrant the sign will be positive and positive, second quadrant negative and positive, and third negative and fourth positive and negative. We have x and y in order contains of x and y. X first projection and y second projection. The point was -2 and 3. We have -2 and 3. The sign here positive and we have the sign here negative and positive. Negative and positive were here in the second quadrant. Then the point -2 and 3 lies in second quadrant. Okay, the point about question number 1, -2 and 3, the sign was negative and positive, lies in second quadrant. Choose letter B. Choose letter B about question number 1. Question number 2. The distance between the point 2 and 3 and its image by reflection across y-axis is what? Okay, we have the rule x and y, the point x and y. We want to find the reflection about this point at y-axis. To find the image about this point about y-axis, you must put y and change the sign of x. Then the image will be negative x and y. So the point 2 and 3, the image of this point from reflection at y-axis, it will be what? Put y here and change the sign of x. Then the result will be -2 and 3. The image. He won't find the distance between 2 points. Okay, to find the distance between 2 points, you must cancel the common between them. The common between them was 3. Cancel the similar number between two order and then find the first projection about -2 and first projection about 2. And we have -2 and 2. It was negative and it was positive. Negative and positive, different sign. If we have different sign, we must put plus. Put plus, okay? Put plus. The result will be absolute value of -2, it will be 2. And absolute value of 2, it will be 2. The sum of them, it will be 4. Then, the distance between the point 2 and 3 and its image by reflection across y-axis, it will be 4 units. Choose letter D. Okay? Or you can solve this example by put the first point 2 and 3, we have 2 and 3 here, it's a point 2 and 3. Okay, I will solve this example by another method. Okay, my students, I will solve this example by another method, but first step we must know the rule. It's the rule to find the image about any point across y-axis. You must put x negative and write y similar. Okay, exactly result. First, I will put 2 and 3 here, and second point -2 and 3 here, and then you can count how many units we have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the distance between 2 points, it will be 4 units. Okay, you have two solutions by using the absolute value about first and second and them by canceling the similar. The result will be 4, or you can put the first point and second point in the coordinate and then find the distance between 2 points. Okay, as you like to solve this example. We have two solutions. Okay, question number 3. number 3 here. If the point at the position -1 and 3, it's a position about point, have moved 2 units to the right. Okay, the rule was x and y reverse to what he tell us, reverse to 2 units to right, 2 units to right. It's meaning x, I will add 2 to the x, okay? And 3 units upwards, 3 upwards. It's meaning y plus 3, okay? Then its new position will be what? By using the rule -1 and 3, we will add 2 to -1, -2, -1 plus 2, -1 plus 2, and 3 plus 3. Then the image will be what? -1 and 2, it will be 1. 3 and 3, it will be 6. Then the result will be 1 and 6. Choose letter D about question number 3. Okay? Then the point at the position -1 and 3 has moved 2 units right, 2 units right, and upward is 3. It's meaning x plus 2 and y plus 3. X plus 2 and y plus 3, the result will be 1 and 6. It's the image about this point. Okay? Next question, number 4. In the opposite figure, the distance between 2 points A and B equal what? Okay, we have 0, and here point A and B. A was -190 and B was 210. You can count the distance between 0 and A was 190 units. And the distance between 0 and 210, it will be 210 units. Then we can add them. 0 plus 0 equals 0, 9 plus 2 plus 1 equals 10, 0 and carry up 1, 3 plus 1 equals 4. The result will be 400. Choose letter C. Or you can solve the example by writing the absolute value about 210 and write plus absolute value about -190. Then the result will be 210 plus 190. The result will be 400. Okay, you can solve by this method or this method. Understood? Why positive? Because -190 and 210 different in the units. We have positive and negative. Then we must write plus. If we have negative and negative or positive and positive, you must write subtract between two results. But 2 point A and B lies in the different side about or point, original point 0 and 0. Okay, then 2 and 10 right, and the -190 to the left. You must write the absolute value about first and the absolute value about second and add them. Question number 5. In the opposite figure, which set the order pairs choose the coordinate of the position A, B, and C. Okay, we can find the order of the point A here was 1 or 2. We have 1 here and 2 and 7. The point A was 2 and 7. And point B was 5 to 6. 5 to 6. Going from by B, 5 to 6. And the point C, 4 to 3. 4 to 3. Here, okay. It was what? Point C, 4 to 3. Then we have 2 and 7, 5 and 6, 4 and 3. Okay, about this question number 5, shows letter C. Shows letter C. It's the result about this example. Okay, question number 4. Question number 4. Layla plotted a point on a coordinate at her coordinate plane to represent the order 7 and 4, which statement true about x coordinate in the order pair. Question number 6. We have x coordinate 7 units to the right of the y-axis. Okay, I will put the point in the coordinate here. We have 7 and 4, this point 7 and 4. The distance between point 7 and 4 and the y-axis, we have 7 units. We have 7 units. Okay, so we must choose letter B. The x coordinate here, we have x and y. The x coordinate is 7 units to the right on the y-axis. The x coordinate is 7 units to the right of y-axis. Okay, y-axis here, right to y-axis by 7 units. Then the result, we must choose letter B. Understood? Again, the point 7 and 4, the x coordinate is a 7. 7 units to the right of y-axis. Okay, right to y-axis. Choose letter B about this question number 6. Question number 6, choose letter B. Question number 7, the point 1 and negative 1, 2 and negative 2, 4 and negative 5, negative 3 and negative 4 lies in the space quadrant. Okay, first, negative 1 and 3 lies where positive and negative. Look at the coordinate here. We have positive and here negative. Lies in the fourth quadrant. We have here negative and here positive. It's the first quadrant, second, third, and fourth. We have positive and negative, positive and negative, positive and negative, negative and negative. It lies in the third. This point lies in the third quadrant. Then don't lie in the same quadrant, because first point lies in the fourth quadrant, and here fourth quadrant, and here fourth quadrant, and here in third quadrant. Okay, then the result will be letter D about question 7, because the three units 1, 2, 3 lies in the fourth quadrant, and the fourth point lies in the third quadrant here. So we must choose letter D. The result here will be letter D. Don't lie in the same quadrant. Next, question number 2, complete. Number 1. If 2 points, negative 2 and 2, and B, 3 and A are in the same horizontal in the coordinate plane, then A will be what? We have 2 points in the same horizontal. He won't find A. Okay. Negative 2 and 2. And point B was 3 and what? And A. He tells us lies in the same horizontal. It's meaning Y will be exactly result. Then A will be equal to. Okay, A will be equal to. Look at here, the coordinate. The first point, negative 2 and 2, negative 2 here, and 2 here, okay? And here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1. This point, negative 2, 2, 2, it's a 4 point A here. And second, 3 and what? 1, 2, 3. In the same horizontal, the image about 3 will be 2. Then the point B is order it 3 and 2. Then the value of A will be 2. Okay, if he tell us in the example the 2 points A and B are on the same horizontal line coordinate, it's meaning y1 equal y2. Okay, again, if he tell us in the example 2 points, any 2 points are on the same horizontal line, it's meaning y1 equal y1. Okay, or you can draw this first point and draw horizontal line, and this horizontal line going to from point A to point B, the image about 3 here, it will be 2 because this straight line cut y axis at the point 0 and 2. Okay, then the image about 3, it will be 2 because this straight line parallel to x dash. Okay, then the point result here, it will be 2 about question number 1. Question number 2, in the opposite figure, if the distance between E and B is 30 units, then x equal space. We have point x and here 0, and this point was negative 10 and half. It was point E. He tells us the distance between E and B, it's meaning what's absolute value about E plus absolute value of B, because it's up and down. Up and down, it's meaning absolute value about first plus second, because we have positive and negative, then we must write the absolute value at first plus absolute value of second. The distance between them, sum of them was 30. He tells us the distance between them 30. Then we can put A here negative 10.5 plus absolute value of B equal 30. Then we can solve this example by find the result. In this example here, it will be 10.5 plus P equals 30. Then to find the distance between 0 and B, you can find 30 subtract by 10.5. You can find this distance, okay? 30 subtract by 10.5 to find x here reverse to P. Okay, then subtract by, this number will be what? 10 subtract by 10.5, it will be 19.5. 19.5, then the value of x will be 19.5. Next question, number 3. The image of the point negative 4 and 1 by reflection, we won't find the reflection at y-axis, Okay, we have the rule x and y. To find the reflection about y-axis, you must put y exactly about the sign and change the sign of x. Then the result here, it will be 4 and 1. Put y here and change the sign of x, it will be negative 4 will be 4. Okay, it's the rule to find the reflection about any point in x-axis. You must keep this rule in your mind, okay? To find the reflection on the y-axis, you must put y and change the sign of x. Next question, number 4. If the point negative 1 and 4 is the image of the point EB, okay? We have point E and B, and the image was negative 1 and 4. It's the image, okay? By reflection in y-axis. By reflection in y-axis. Then E plus B equal what? Okay. We have the original point will be what? We have reflection about y-axis. Y-axis is meaning put y here and change the sign of negative 1, it will be 1. Then the value of A, it will be 1. And value of B equal 4. Then he won't find A plus B, 1 plus 4, it will be 5. Then the result will be 5. Okay, the result will be 5 about question number 4. Question number 5. If the distance between 0 and negative 4 and the original point 0 equal what? You won't find the distance between point 0 and 4, 0 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, this point, and the original point 0. We have 4 units, okay? 4 units. Or you can solve this example by another method. How? You can solve this example by another method. First point, original point O was 0 and 0, and second point here tell us the point was 0 and negative 4. Sorry, it was 0 and 4, but you won't find 0 and negative 4 down. 0 and negative 4 here, negative 1 and negative 2 and negative 4. Again, You want to find the distance between 0 and 0 and 0 and negative 4. We have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. The distance here will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. Okay? 4 units. Or you can solve this example by another method. How to cancel the similar projection. First was 0 and second 0. And first here 0 and second was negative 4. To find the distance between them, you must cancel the similar projection. The first projection similar, cancel them, and then find the absolute value about first plus absolute value about second. Why? Because we have positive and negative, and 0 and negative 4. To find the distance between 0 and negative 4, it's not positive, okay, but 0 non-positive and non-negative. Then the absolute value about first will be 0, absolute value about second, it will be 4, then 0 plus 4, it will be 4 units. Okay, and the result will be 4 units. Question number 6. The figure ABCD called what? We have first, I will draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay. I will put the first point A, negative 3, and we have negative 3 here, and 2. It's first point A. Second point B, negative 7 and negative 3. Negative 7, where we have negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Here, negative 7 and what? He tells us negative 7 and negative 3. Negative 7 and negative 3 here, it was point P. Point C, 6 and negative 3. 6 here and negative 3 here. It's point C. Point D, 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Then we will have trapezium. Trapezium. We call it trapezium or trapezium. Trapezium or trapezium. Okay, A, B, C, D is trapezium or trapezium. We can write this word. Trapezium. We called it what? Trapezium. This figure we called it trapezium because we have one pair only parallel about two sides. The point 7, point negative half and 2 and half lies in the space quadrant. We have the sign here negative and positive. Negative and positive lies in the second quadrant. Okay, first quadrant, second, third, fourth. The first here positive and positive, and second quadrant negative and positive, and third was negative and negative, and fourth positive and negative, both the sign of x and the sign of y. Okay, then this point lies where? Lies in the second quadrant. Question number 7 lies second quadrant. Question number 8. The coordinate of these that opposite here, coordinate line where to get a square. We want to get a square. First point here, the order about A was negative 4 and 5. Negative 4 and 5 was point A. Point B, negative 1 and 5. Negative 1 and 5, it was B. And point E, negative 4 and 5. Point C was negative 4 and 2. Negative 4 and 2. It was point D, negative 4 and 2. Then the point was what? C, negative 4 and 2. And the point here, it will be negative 1 and 2. Point D will be negative 1 and 2. Understood? The point D, order of it, will be negative 1 and 2. It's the result, okay? The result will be negative 1 and 2. Question here, number 3, choose the correct answer. Plot the point 0, A, B, C and draw OA, AB, BC, CO, which is figure obtained. We will have what? Okay, I will draw this coordinate again. 0 and 0 here, O, and 3 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 and 0 here, it was point E, and point B, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, here, this point here, 3 and 4, it was point B, and point, we have 0, and A, and B, and 3 and 4 here, and C was 0 and 4. Okay, 0 and 4 here. Then we will have what we have the distance here, 3 units from 0 to 3, and here from 0 to 4, 4 units. Then we have rectangle. We will have rectangle. Choose letter B. Question number 2. Which point reflection about this point 12 and negative 8 across y-axis? Okay, we have the rule about y-axis, the reflection about y-axis. We must put x here and change, put y here and change the sign of x. It's the rule to find the image about this point across y-axis. We must put y and change the sign of x. So he give us the point 12 and negative 8. He want to find the reflection this point at y-axis. We must put y here and change the sign of x. The result will be negative 12 and negative 8. Shows letter E about question number 2. Question number 3. In the opposite figure here, in the coordinate, the length of AB equal what? Okay, we have E and B, the distance between them what? We can count how many units between A to 0 and 0 to B and plus them, or you can find the order about this point here was negative 7 and 4. Negative 7 and 4. It's the order of the point B, and the point A was 2 and 4. And then to find the distance between them, you must join horizontal line parallel to x axis and count how many units, or you can cancel the similar between them 4 and write the absolute value about negative 7 plus absolute value of 2. Then the result will be 7 plus 2. Then the distance between them will be what? 9 units. Choose letter B about question number 3. Choose letter B. Okay. Next example. Which is true of all the point quadrant? Question number 4. We have which is true of all points in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, it will be negative and positive. Okay, second quadrant, negative and positive, in order x and y. Second quadrant would be negative and positive. Okay, then we must write negative x coordinate, positive y coordinate. Choose letter C about question number 4. Question number 5. Question number 5. Use the opposite graph to answer the question. Which point located 3 half, 3 and half and 1, 3 half and 1 where 3 half and 1? It was letter point B. The point B here, look at here, 3 and half and 1. It will be point B. Okay, choose here letter B. Choose letter B about question number 5. Question number 6. Which of the following values could be the y coordinate of this point? 10 and space that is 13 units from 10 and 6. We have the distance between 2 points, 10 and space, and 10 and 6. He tell us the distance between them was 13. Then 6 plus 7 equal 13. 10 plus 7 equal 13. Okay, but we haven't 7 here. You can write -7 or 7 because we won't find the absolute value about this number plus the absolute value. Put here x, absolute value of x plus absolute value of 6 was 13. Then x will be 7 or -7 because the absolute value of 7 or -7, it will be 7. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Understood? Again, in this example, question number 6, he tells us the distance between 2 points was 13 units. The distance between them 13. Why horizontal? Because we have similar in x-axis, 10 and space, and 10 and 6. He tells us the distance between 2 points, first point and second point, the distance between them was 13 units. Then the distance here, it's reversed to the horizontal. The distance, how many units in the horizontal? How many units here? He tells us 13 is the distance between 2 points, such that point A and point B. Because we have similar in x-axis. If we have similar in x-axis, then the line here passing through 2 points A and B, it will be parallel to x-axis. Okay, parallel to x-axis. Then the distance between them was 13. So we have here 10 and 6. 10 is the first order. 10 here, and 6 is point 10 and 6. It's point 10 and 6. And second point will be what? 10 and what? X-axis here, 10 and -7. If we have 10 and 7 here, then the distance will be what? 10 and 7. It will be 6. The distance here, 10 and 6. Again, we must choose -7 because we have similar in x-axis. Then the distance between them, it will be vertical. Okay, in the horizontal here, first point 10 and 6, 10 here and 6, first point, and second point will be 10 and -7 because the distance between them was 13 units. Count here 6 units and here 7 units. Then 7 lies in the down. Then the order here, it will be 10 and -7. Not horizontal, okay? It will be vertical because we have similar in x-axis. X was 10 and y was 6. We want to find the distance between 10 and 6. 10 and 6. And 10 and what? 10 and -6. -7. Because the distance between them, it will be absolute value about 6 plus absolute value of -7. It will be 6 plus 7, it will be 13. The distance between them equals 13. Then the result will be -7. Choose letter D about this example. Next question, number 7. The image of the point -3 and -5 in the x-axis, it will be what? We have the rule about the image in any point x and y. We want to find the reflection at x-axis. We must put x and change the sign of y. Then the reflection here, put x and change the sign of y, it will be 5. Then the result will be -3 and 5. Okay, then the image lies in what? -3 and 5, positive, negative, sign here negative, and positive lies in the second quadrant. The second quadrant, negative and positive, lies where in the quadrant? Lies in the second quadrant, negative and positive. Okay, negative and positive, it will be letter B about question number 7. Letter B, understood? You want to find the image about this point at x-axis, lies where? -3 and 5 lies in the second quadrant, lies here, second quadrant. Do you know why second quadrant? Because the sign here negative and the positive. Negative and positive, it will be second quadrant. Then you must choose letter B about this question. Next example, answer the following. You are at -1 and 0. Move 2 units left. We have point x and y. X minus 2, it's meaning move 2 units left and 5 units up, it's meaning y plus 5. It's the rule. Since the image will be what? -1 minus 2, it will be -3. And we have here 0 plus 5, it will be 5. Since the image will be -3 and 5. Okay, the image will be -3 and 5. It was question number 1. Question number 2. Find the distance between 2 points. C was 3 and -4, and D was 3 and -2. We can cancel the similar between them and raise the absolute value about first and the absolute value about second. We have similar units, negative and negative, the similar sign. Then we must write negative because we have similar sign. If we have different sign here, we must write positive. But we have negative and negative, we must write negative here. Then the result will be 4 minus 2, it will be 2 units. Or you can put 2 points in the coordinate. First point 3 and -4 here, and second point 3 and -2. Then the distance between them 2 units. We have 2 units, okay? You can solve by this method or put in the coordinate to find the distance between 2 points. Okay, but this method we used it in this year, okay? You must know this method. Next question number 3, plot the point and now connect them, identify the shape, okay? First, I will draw the coordinate here. The first point A was 3 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2. It was point A. And the point B, -3 and -2, -1, -2, -3, -3 and 2. It was point B. And point C, -3 and -2, -1, -2. Here, -3 to -2, it will point C. Point D, 3 and -2, 3 and -2 here at point D, and then joined the rectangle. We have here a rectangle. Okay, we have rectangle. Okay, we have rectangle. Question number 4. Graph the points A and B. What is the coordinate of C and D to get a square? Okay, we will draw about question number 4. First point here, A was -2 and -3, -1, -2, here -2, -1, -2, -3. We have here point A, okay, -2 and -3. It was point A. And point B, 2 and -3. We have 1 and 2, 2 and -3 here. It was point B. He won't draw a square, so we can find the distance between 2 points. We have 4 units. 2 plus 2, 4 units. Then we must go up 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going here to 1. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. It was point C. It was D. C will be order 2 and 1. 2 and 1, and here -2 and 1, -2 and 1, okay, and then draw a square. We have here a square, okay. Then the order C will be 2 and 1, okay, C 2 and 1, and point D will be what? -2 and 1. Okay, it's the result about last question here about the states. Okay, understood.